Start. Record keeping is very important job in a business organization. Stop. In a modern office, this work is looked after by specially trained staff. Stop. I have also heard that in some places there is special training courses where such staff is trained. Stop. Many of you now may question why this is considered so important in offices nowadays. Stop. There are good reasons for this. Stop. In certain organizations, there is a definite program which indicates after what period certain records are to be destroyed and which of the records are to be kept for certain specific periods. Stop. As for example, under Companies Act, certain documents are to be kept for at least 7 years. Stop. This also applies to sales tax and income tax documents. Stop. There are many good reasons why the mass of paper that is kept in the office should be cut down as much as possible. Stop. The actual space taken by the office costs a great deal of money, and filing cabinets also are expensive and take up valuable space. Stop. Then someone has to be paid to keep the files in order and up to date. Stop. There is a considerable fire risk in keeping large quantities of paper, and lastly, more pieces of paper there are in the office, the more difficult it is to find any one particular piece. Stop. But even if one accepts the fact that a lot of unnecessary paper is stored in many offices, there will still be some problems relating to what to throw away and of how and when to dispose it of. Stop. There are, of course, some documents that need never be put in a file. Stop. Letters which are simply acknowledgements do not have to be kept, and some other letters need to be filed only until a reply is received. Stop. Apart from correspondence, some material is kept for information only, such as books of reference, magazines, in case they are needed. Stop. The test is to ask how easily the information may be found from other sources. Stop. If there is a reference library within an easy distance and it stores back numbers of the same magazines, and if they are needed only occasionally, there is not much point in keeping them. Stop. The most usual way of getting rid of waste paper is to throw it into the water paper basket or send it in a sack to be made into pulp. Stop. Material that is confidential should never be treated in this way, but the paper should turn into pieces so that it is impossible for anyone to read it. Stop. In some offices, a machine is kept for the purpose. Stop. For material that has to be kept for a certain length of time but is not often needed for reference, be kept in transfer files, and these can be stored in a less accessible place. Stop. It is important, however, to make sure that a note is put on the current file. Stop. Files about when a document may be destroyed must be devised, and everyone who works on the filing system knows them. Stop. Generally, the only problem is to work out system that makes it quite clear when a document is no longer useful. Stop. In certain large organizations, stop, information is also stored into microfilms. Stop. This saves building of huge record rooms, and in a very small self information for several years together can be neatly preserved. Stop. When such records are to be needed, just the particular film can be projected and information noted separately for reference. Stop.